Hey there, Souk, everybody. Welcome back for a phenomenal episode of the MRHB Crypto Show provided to you guys by MRHB DeFi. As always, I have my co-host with me, Moby. How is your day? How is Australia? How is the new winter holidays going for you?
Winter for you, summer for us. And you'll have to forgive me, guys. I'm feeling a little bit delirious. We're actually on vacation right now. Or you guys say vacation. We just say holidays, right? We're on holidays. And I was probably on the road today for about 250 kilometers in a region called Hunter Valley. If anyone knows anything about Australia, funnily enough, it's known for wine. But subhanAllah, it's a beautiful country. It's rolling hills. And we stayed on a llama farm. And if you don't know what a llama is a cross between like a cute sheep and a baby camel. So I'm a bit delirious, but we're here for our fans. We're here for our Marhaba family. Obviously, don't want to miss a show and lose the momentum. So yeah, excited, man. Good to go.
Fantastic. So none of the kangaroos today.
No kangaroos, llamas. Llamas. Definitely
Llamas.
llamas, but
Llamas.
no
Okay.
kangaroos.
Fantastic. Okay, so a quick breakdown of what's going to happen today is that we'll quickly go into some of the communication that you guys are having with us on our channel. After that, I will quickly do an update onto the Marhaba DeFi, our usually updates. There's a huge update that's coming up today about the IDO, where we're at, what's coming up. So some really exciting stuff. After that, we go to the super informative session with Moby on his market update, and then after that, we're just going to finish off talking about potential winners from our last conversation, our last video. So, Moby, share with us what's going on with the YouTube.
Yeah, I just sort of want to, I guess, take this opportunity to thank everyone. Like, guys, we've been telling you guys for weeks and weeks and months to smash that like button, comment, subscribe, and you guys have delivered. I just want to take this opportunity to call out a couple of comments in our last video. One from Firdaus Rahman. Thanks for always keeping us updated with the progress of Marhaba DeFi. I really appreciate it. I hope this project will become successful in providing solutions for all communities, not only Muslim communities, to embrace the future of fully ethical decentralized finance. Sakib, a regular fan of ours, thanks for the mention. This show is the only market update I need. Adelia, you guys rock, very insightful. Thanks for the updates on Marhaba and other tokens. Taha, great job. I can go on and on. I tune in weekly and love the educational content from SI. So guys, thank you so much. It's very, very touching. It's very heartwarming. And honestly, it makes us want to contribute and give you guys more and help you guys more. And I know Ahmed feels the same way. And you've already listened, you've already delivered. But if you've already liked, comment, subscribed, please share this with your friends. Please share this with your family. Make sure you join the Telegram group. And yeah, I mean, before I kick it back to you on the Marhab update stuff, because that is very, very exciting. Obviously, we launched this week. You had a bit of a competition last week, Ahmed. You said 100 comments. We got to 29. So what are you thinking? What are you thinking we do?
So there was some prize at stake here,
If we hit
and we
100,
didn't
I
hit
think.
the. If yeah, so I'm gonna stick to that. But because we did get the engagement to a certain point, I think we will still give something, and we'll discuss about the actual prize at the ending. So you gotta stay till the ending to listen about what the prize is, and from one of you guys will be selected from the comments. We'll send you guys a message, and we'll go from there. But this was the prize that was at stake, and I'll just show it to you guys. So this is the velvet box, the beautiful velvet box, and so you can open the velvet box. Yeah, you're about to say something more before I kind of show what's in
No,
it.
no, I was just gonna say you were just gonna give away a velvet box, huh? That was the prize, just a velvet box.
Well, it's what's in the velvet box. So it is
Okay, okay.
actually our token
Wow.
in a metal format. So here, let me take that out for you guys and show you guys. Here, I've just became a hand model. You guys can see there, or I there you
There
go.
we go.
That's
There
it.
we go.
Yeah, you see the M. That's our M in regards to like the currency um, sign, and that's our logo in there, as you guys can see. And this is metal. I don't know if you can hear that, or like this is metal, and it's beautiful. So this was the prize. Since we didn't hit our target, there's no no one getting this prize. But what will happen is we will be giving something out. But if you want to know what it is, wait till the ending. Inshallah, we'll be giving you more details about
So
that.
we'll have a complimentary prize because of the engagement. I think we hit a third, and yeah, honestly, I think we can do it. I think we keep that challenge up there. We get 100 next week. Yeah, I
Hmm.
think we give it away. But yeah, just wanted to sort of thank everyone for that opportunity, and thank everyone for sharing and supporting the project and this channel. We really do
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah, yeah. So you know what? We'll keep this challenge still up for the token itself. So if we get what was it, maybe 100 likes or 100 comments? 100 comments.
100 comments, which I honestly last week I thought was a bit too much. I thought it was like
Okay.
a challenge a parent gives a child that they know they can't do. But seeing the engagement we've had and the 30 comments we had, yeah, I think it's very achievable.
Okay, so do 100 comments, and the video that hits 100 comments, the one after will actually uh, pick a winner, and we'll send out the prize. So, guys, it's still up for this specifically. It's still up, so you guys can uh, um, keep putting in those beautiful comments of yours, and inshallah, one of you guys will be selected in the next upcoming week. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the Marhaba updates and what's going on. So a huge achievement by the project and for the community, and by the community actually, we have done our IDO. We have succeeded in having a fully sold out. I mean, oversold out. I think it was 120% sold out on Dodo. We had a 5x oversubscription. Sorry, 4x oversubscription on our Zido IDO. Um, Exactly, exactly, which is huge. We started off pretty strong. A lot of projects, as soon as they go into Pancake Swap, they have a little dump. We are holding strong, and I can thank the community for this, because the community is a believer of the project, and they're loyal to the project because they understand what this project is bringing to the table. So big thank you to the community. We're holding that 4 point level, and actually we're going above it. So we've hit 5 cents, and we're slowly progressing to our all-time high in recent times. And I think, and this is during a time in the market where usually it's not very bullish. It's very bearish, because everybody sells off right before New Year's, or everybody kind of they have to share, they have to take their money and put it towards gifts, or they sell off their investments to so they can put it into their taxes and stuff. So this is a time when usually people sell off, but the project is doing phenomenal. So which I'm foreseeing is that in January early, it's going to take a nice little jump, and it's going to go up, because everybody's going to put their investments back in for the up next year profit making. So really exciting stuff that's happening. So super thankful for that. Now on top of that, oh, one more thing. So we do read your comments, guys, on our Telegram. Somebody had commented and said it seems like Marhaba has become a stable coin, because we're not dumping, and we're slowly progressing, and we're kind of fluctuating between that same range. So that was pretty funny to read. Okay, so now what's going on? We've had the IDO, we've succeeded. Now we're listed on Pancake Swap, and this morning I found out that we're also on CMC being tracked. So we're a tracked listing on CMC, and you can go on CMC, you can check out what's going on with
Coinmarketcap.
our listing. Yeah, Coinmarketcap exactly, and you can see how we're moving up and down in our price charts. It's too early to do a full out technical or fundamental analysis on the project or on that chart. So we're gonna obviously have to give it some time, and then from there we can do a little bit more of Japanese candlestick analysis, and I think that could be added on to Moby's weekly updates. And you can look at our own charts too, and be given a very honest opinion on that. So we've done the IDO. We're progressing well, and now we're on Pancake Swap. You can trade on Pancake Swap. You can buy on Pancake Swap from both your MetaMask and your Trust wallet. Now, a lot of people don't know how to actually connect your MetaMask to Pancake Swap, or your Trust wallet or your MetaMask to Pancake Swap to buy. It's not that difficult. It's actually very easy. So all you have to do is in the swap section, you're gonna have to take Marhaba's actual token contract address, which we've given in our Telegram, we've given on our Coinmarketcap, we've given it on our Twitter, so we've given it everywhere. We put it onto that little swap section, and MRHB's token will show up. Click on it, you'll add the MRHB token in there. On the other side, you add the USDT, and that way you can see exactly how much you're going to be getting for the amount of USDTs that you have, and you can buy
Correct me
MRHB
if I'm
token.
wrong, Ahmed. Sorry to interrupt you. There's a shortcut way to do it as well, right? If you have the link, you can actually see it in
Yes.
Pancake Swap. So I think we'll share that definitely in the comment section or in the description as well.
Hmm.
So you're right. You can obviously go in there and copy that contract address and import it. But if you have the link, you can also correct me if I'm wrong, Ahmed. I think we can share that as well as a bit of a shortcut.
Yeah, it's actually already in our Telegram. All you have to do is literally go on our Telegram, write Pancake or write contract, and it'll come up. So that's how you can add it. And MetaMask is similar. You just connect your MetaMask from your Chrome browser to Pancake Swap, and it's very straightforward. The same way it is for Trust Wallet, it's the same way for this. Now that's how you buy the MRHB token. There's another huge thing that we're doing with that is we have a pool set up for the transactions and everything. So you need to have a pool, a liquidity providing pool for tokens to be bought and sold, and that's something that every project needs. And we've set up one pool for us also for USDT to Marhaba. And if you have Marhaba tokens and you want to make passive income, you can pretty much just take your MRHB and USDT and put it into that pool. It'll be in the liquidity section. So there's the swap section, there's the liquidity section, and then there's the pool section. So you go to the liquidity section, and in there, you pretty much just put your MRHB and you put in the equivalent amount of USDT. And at the bottom, you can just pretty much say enable liquidity providing, and then liquidity provide, and then that's it. You pretty much have your tokens liquidity provided. As of right now, we're looking at 30 plus percentage of APR as of right now. And obviously it's going to increase and decrease as more people come in and as more tokens are available to be rewarded from. So inshallah, if you want to make passive income, which is very high, very decent amount of passive income that you can make, this is your opportunity. You can buy the tokens, support the project, be a successor of this project, inshallah, also, and also put it into liquid providing to make that passive income for yourself in the long run. And so this is what's going on with the IDO, with the token, and this is how we're progressing. And so this is, as more people come into this liquidity pool, the higher the value of the token will become, and obviously you're going to be generating revenue, one from passive income and also from the appreciation of the token itself. So there's a lot of things that are there as an opportunity. It's just that you just need to take that action, make it happen for yourself, and enjoy the benefits. Any comments from your side, Moby? By the way, I've already put in my liquidity providing, so I'm already reaping the rewards and enjoying it.
No, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. What I will say, guys, I know if people who listen to this show, we have very different levels of experience and knowledge when it comes to crypto. I mean, if you're listening to this show, you are early, so congratulations. But we're very mindful that sometimes, some things that might seem simple for us aren't for you guys. So we may actually release some videos in future on how-tos and stuff. But if you guys really want to expedite that and push that to the top of our priority list, we do listen to your comments. We do have a look at your comments, and we do try to factor that in. So if you do need some help and you want to have a liquidity pool or stake your MRHB tokens, drop that in the comment section as well, and that will just elevate that. So we know it's important to you, so we'll prioritize that. But apart from that, I think very, very exciting stuff. It's good to see. It's funny, like, this is the thing, people think a token's just going to moon. Right? That's not going to happen. Like, I saw some comments, it'll hit $10. You know what? Inshallah, it does hit $10. But for it to hit $10 or $20, I saw a comment in one of the groups. It has to be in the top 19 market cap. Now, we know this is a long-term project, but that doesn't happen, right? So the fact that we launched and we didn't pump and dump gave me personally... Now, I know the investors. I know the people investing. I knew it wasn't going to be a pump and dump. But for me, that was very, very reassuring. Stability long-term is really, really key. And I think that's very, very promising. So, I mean, I'm happy for it to stick there for 3 months, if I'm honest. But you just have to understand how these things work and do your research. But very, very exciting stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, volatility. Everybody wants everything to be 10x, but you got to understand this isn't a pump and dump project. This project is based off of very high utility, and you guys will see that we're making utility, and which will obviously make demand for the token and bring up the price. So it's good long term
And
holding
it does
project. And
show the
yeah,
audience that like the the developers, the organizers are keeping our promises. Like if you guys have been tuned to the show months ago, we were speaking about the pre-launch, right? And what I can't remember what the round was. What was it, Ahmed? Was it 2 cents or 3 cents? I can't remember
two
the.
cents and then 2.5 cents.
Yeah, so guys, like this kind of why I'm excited is we know this is a good project, but now the world is seeing it, the media is seeing it, where everyone's sort of seeing, yep, this is a project that is delivering on its promises. So months and months ago, if you said to me, "Oh yeah, great, Moby, yeah, you guys are launching at 2.5. How can you guarantee me it's not going to hit half a cent when we launch?" I would have said, "Look, I can't promise you, but I know." But that's happening. So if you guys had got in there,
Yeah.
great. If you didn't get in there, now still a really good opportunity. Not financial advice, but that's what excites me the most, and I think that's what all of us as investors should be proud of. That now the market can see the integrity and credibility of the project.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So, I'm gonna swiftly move on to the concept of utility. So, we have our Souk NFT that has gone launched. There's the website and the links are actually on our Twitter now, so you can go and see Souk NFT. It's getting more and more designers on the daily. We have a lot of designers contacting us, and they're new, right? They don't know how to mint a token, or sorry, mint an NFT. So we're teaching them as we're going along. So you'll start seeing a lot of new designs, very creative designs coming up, things to do with like historical art, architecture, designs and stuff. So there's some exciting stuff happening there. And as more and more tokens are minted, more and more Marhaba tokens are going to be required, because you can sell and buy using MRHB. And so as more people want to buy more NFTs, they're gonna have to purchase more MRHB, and which is gonna increase the demand, keeping the supply at the same place. That's gonna push the prices up. So a lot of exciting things are gonna come up, and this is a natural format of making a price increase, which is doing it through utility. When there's pumps and dumps, that's usually because of people want to just make quick money from hype, which is unnatural, unhealthy, and quite honestly, like there's some issues when it comes to also it being permissible or not. So you have to be careful in that regards too. So yeah, so a lot of things are happening with our IDO and upcoming Souk NFT. I would highly recommend, if you're interested in making designs or putting or minting your NFTs, check out Souk NFT. Reach out to us, and we will be providing more guides in regards to that. And Moby mentioned a very important thing here, that I know that there's people with different education about crypto, and we respect that. And this is why we're here. We're trying to onboard an entirely new community onto crypto. Thus, marhaba, right? Marhaba to the crypto world. So we will be bringing guides for our NFT. We already have our guide almost ready for our liquidity providing and our buying tokens on Pancake Swap. So watch out for that also. That's on our social media. So if you're not on Twitter, you go check us out on Twitter and give us a big follow, and also join our Telegram, because that's where we're all always sharing stuff. We're also sharing our stuff on Facebook. So if you don't have these two but you have Facebook, check out Facebook also. And soon, inshallah, we were just talking about this right before the call. Discord. I know I've been saying we're gonna make Discord, we're gonna make Discord, we're gonna make Discord, but we don't. Now since we can rejig our efforts towards other things now, we're gonna probably be working towards getting a Discord up and running, and then soon, inshallah, you guys can come up there and ask your detailed questions there also. I think that kind of wraps it up for my Marhaba update. There's a lot of other updates that are there, but I think this is the focus of today. I want everybody to be excited about the IDO and that it's complete. It's been a successful launch, and now we're progressing towards our products and creating utility for you guys. So that's a wrap. Any questions from your side, Moby? Any comments before we go on to your market update?
No, all good. I think I'll kick into the market update. And guys, remember to stay tuned for the rest of this show. Now, this is not a live. You guys could probably just fast forward to the end and see who Ahmed won. But Ahmed's going to announce, and he might do this maybe while I'm doing my market update. Look at our last video, or the second last one, actually, Ahmed, the one we did for the last episode. Pick a comment, and we're going to give away a bunch. Actually, sorry, I'm not allowed to say what we're going to give away. Ahmed's going to talk about what we're going to give away. Anyway, so I'm going to kick it straight into the market update. I'm really excited by this market update because, guys, what I try to bring to you guys is a little bit of fundamental analysis, a little bit of technical analysis, and a little bit of knowledge as well that hopefully will help you in your crypto journey. Like Ahmed said, we're very aware that we are actually, part of our role is to educate the community, Muslim, non-Muslims as well, about crypto, because we are very, very early. And that's what part of the show is about, educating and informing. Even if you're never going to purchase a MRHB token, it doesn't matter, don't care. As long as you guys get, info and education, that's the main thing to us. We're here to help the community. Anyway, so I'm going to share my screen. Let me get straight into this. So as you guys can see, total crypto market cap is sitting at around $2.4 trillion. Now, I know that's a very arbitrary number, but I will say that's around 15% below all-time high, which is a pretty healthy level, if I'm honest. Moving straight to the Bitcoin chart, guys, I want you guys to keep something in mind. Like, if you take one thing from me every episode, this week I want to talk about the importance of the 21-day moving average, right? So on my screen, you guys can see this blue line. It's an indicator. And guys, if you want to sort of just vaguely, briefly look at technical analysis, you can get a free version of TradingView. Turn on the 21-day moving average, and essentially, not to get too in depth, but the 21-day moving average is something that can show a strong trend reversal, or it can show a very strong run up. Now, let's look at this on the Bitcoin chart now, right? Okay, so the last time we actually crossed the 21-day moving average, so that's obviously the average of the last 21 days. You can see here, if I point out on my chart, we had an upswing about 46%. Crazy, insane. And you can sort of see here on the rest of my chart, we sort of bounce, so it forms a very, very strong line of support. So it bounces off of it. You can see here, we broke the 21-day moving average. I won't pull out my ruler, but that's probably another, 21%. And why am I talking about this now? Obviously, I'm not trying to talk about the past. I'm trying to give you indicators for the future. You can see here that, again, we have crossed the 21 moving day average again. Right, as of the 23rd, so just a couple of days ago. Now, there's a couple of other things I sort of want to point out as well. If you look at the RSI, right, so let me just kind of simplify this for you a little bit. The RSI can, in summary, sort of show you if something is overbought or oversold. Now, as you can sort of notice here, as the price went down recently, the RSI actually was moving up. And in technical analysis, if I just kind of draw that for you guys, see here, you can see that the price was going down, the RSI was moving slightly up. That is what's known as RSI divergence. If you already know that, excuse me, forgive me for kind of stating the obvious, but what I'm trying to sort of talk about here is it's showing a bullish reversal, right? So Bitcoin is looking quite healthy. Now, if I go to this chart now, this is a chart that a lot of you guys have seen in the past. I know there's a lot happening here, but you can notice we have this falling wedge pattern. We broke bullish out of this pattern. For a moment, we were falling into neutral territory, but right now we're above the 21-day moving average. And this dotted line, this is the trend for all of 2021. So you can see, yeah, sure, we've fallen, but we are on this trend line. If anything, there's distance between this long-term trend line and the Bitcoin price right now. So things are looking pretty healthy. So as of recording, we're at the 50,000, just under 51,000. Now, to be honest, if we wanted to be very, very confident and very, very, very secure, we probably want something closer to 52,000. If we end the year closing above 52 to 54, that honestly would make me a little bit more bullish. And just to, guys, we try to be very kind of objective here. I'm not here to just kind of be a bullish fanboy and just talk about one side. I do want to share this stat from Coinmarketcap that sort of shows that right now that this tweet I'm looking at, in the recent dips, what we did find is the small fish are stacking sats, not whales. So what this data is telling us here, some on-chain metrics from Coinmarketcap, is that in our recent dip, where in the previous kind of dips I've spoken about whales accumulating. Whales aren't necessarily accumulating. They're not necessarily selling either. We're seeing a little bit of selling pressure, but we are seeing smaller investors buy. Now, doesn't concern me, but just something to keep in mind and remind you to set your stop losses and your take profits. Okay, so moving on to, so of course, Last week, I spoke about, guys, the importance of layer ones, right? I spoke about the importance of having layer ones, not financial advice, potentially in your portfolio. So, of course, layer ones are Ethereum, Solana, Matic is a layer 2, AVAX is another one. These are all coins and blockchains, rather, that we've been talking about. But what about Polkadot? I haven't spoken about Polkadot for a while now. And how does Polkadot kind of fall into this? Well, Polkadot really is more of a layer 0. Now, not to get too into Polkadot, but it's a blockchain that will allow other blockchains to sit on top of it. And if there's one thing that we know, that interoperability and scalability is very, very important. It's why AVAX pumped, because it has this link between Ethereum. It has these bridges between Ethereum. And Polkadot is that on steroids. And the thing about crypto is often you have to look at coins that haven't yet pumped yet. So Polkadot hasn't had these pumps of AVAX and Solana right now. Now, if I go back to my chart, let me share my screen again. I mentioned the 21-day moving average, right? That's kind of a theme I want to sort of talk about today. So you can sort of see here, we just crossed this 21-day moving average. This arrow I'm going to talk about in a second. And I just want to kind of back test this a little bit. Let's look at the last time we crossed the 21-day moving average. We crossed it, the biggest first time was here, and we had a pump of around, what's this? Around 100% pump there. We crossed here as well, and now we're crossing again. So the thing about indicators is, on their own, they're okay, but when you chain together indicators and you look at multiple ones, that's when things get really, really exciting. Now, what is this arrow that I've kind of called out? This is, well, if I'll be honest with you guys, this is a recent buy position that I personally bought into. And I did this for 2 or 3 reasons. 1, like I said, we crossed that 21-day moving average. 2, you look at the MACD. So this MACD down here, we crossed into bullish territory. It went from red to blue. And 3, look at the volume. Look at all that green volume. Now, when I compare that to the last time we had a pump, you can see the volume now is more than before. Again, this is just a hypothesis. Will Polkadot continue to go? I don't know. I really don't know. But what I do know is when you look at the technical analysis side of things are looking very bullish. And the other thing too, you'll notice about Polkadot, it hasn't really been in the news. And as investors, our job is to look at stuff that isn't getting the attention right now, that hasn't pumped 20, 30% in a day or 10% in a day.
Exactly.
And Polkadot might be one of those things. Now, where are my targets? You can see here, I do have my Fibonacci retracement levels. I want to draw your eye to one thing, is you have this shoulder, you have this potential head here, and if we hit my target, which is the 38% retracement level, it will perfectly formulate another shoulder. So my personal target is around $37, $38. To be honest, it's good to buy slightly under, and that would give me a profit of around 31, 32%. Not financial advice. So Polkadot may still have some legs in it. It pays to focus on things that other people aren't focusing on. Not financial advice. Ahmed, did you have any comments on that? I noticed you sort of nodding your head while I was talking about that.
Yeah, no, I'm always looking into projects, and Polkadot has been one that I've been looking into from like some time. If you follow me on my social media, my personal social media and stuff, I've been talking about Polkadot from some time. I believe it's got some great potential, and this is the thing with a lot of the projects, is that you need to understand, you need to care about them when no one else is talking about them, because when people are talking about them is when it's going to have that pump, and it's already slightly too late. So for you to benefit from these projects, you want to make sure you find these high utility based projects, or these high usability based projects, and you invest in them before others can put them onto the PR section or put them onto these news channels and everything else before everybody else is talking about them. And I think Moby's done a phenomenal job. Once again, Moby, I gotta say this about talking about these various projects. Like you talked about Solana, when Solana was, right before the hype came in, you found out about it, you got involved, and you told us to get involved. Half of us didn't get involved, and half of us did not reap the benefits. But yeah, so this is similar. Obviously not financial advice, but I agree with that what you said there about Polkadot. I have it from time, and it's just sitting in my account. So I would love to see it go up, and I agree with what your analysis is there.
So I guess just on that theme, right? Like, what if you missed AVAX? And one thing, I honestly, and Ahmed, I've been quoting you. I've said this on other shows before. You know, like, take Ahmed's advice. Think of crypto like this. Like, if you miss an opportunity, don't worry. It's like a bus. There's gonna be another one on the way, right? It's just like buses.
Yeah.
There's always another one on the way. That's crypto for you.
Yeah.
A potential other one that I want to talk about is, say you missed AVAX. Well, maybe, not financial advice, maybe Rose is the one for you. So if I go back to my screen again, and guys, by the way, you know, you might be thinking, oh, great, Moby, you've spoken about Polkadot. Firstly, I actually don't think the Polkadot run is over, if I'm honest, because it hasn't had the run that the others have. But you might be like, Moby, it'd be nice for me to get this earlier when you got into it. Well, guys, follow me on Twitter, at Moby Sadiq. This is a tweet that I shared on the 22nd. And again, that same theme, right, guys? That 21-day moving average. So on my screen here, I'm sharing a tweet. And you guys can check this tweet out and then check out the stats and see whether I'm lying or not, because this is legitimate. You can see we crossed that 21-day moving average. We broke out of this, you know, a triangle as well, and the price was $26 and 26 cents. And at the time, guys, this is the thing. I'm not trying to get the bottom. With Polkadot, I made sure I didn't get the bottom. I'm trying to get I'm trying to catch the reversal. So here I said, if the RSI crosses above 50, that's bullish. If the MACD did flip bullish, and if we pass that next level of resistance, which was 27.5 cent, then we're off to the races. So I wasn't looking to buy at 23.6. I was looking to buy at 27.5. Now, fast forward a few days since then. If you guys know this, if you already know the Rose price, you know what I'm about to say. But now I'm showing what the data actually has done. So since that point, since my analysis, we have pumped an incredible 44% since that point. You guys can check this out yourself.
I think Moby, people watch your video and then they're like, we gotta pump this one. I think it's
no.
the other way around.
This was a tweet, right? And I only have 1,000 followers on Twitter, right? So this was only a tweet, so I can't move the market.
You got a rich 1,000 followers. That's what I'm telling you.
Maybe one day. But the point here, guys, I want to make is I waited till the 27 cent mark. I waited till we passed that level of resistance and these other levels of resistance, and then I bought in, right? And that was a 44% pump at least from that point of breakout. At least 40% pump, right? So that's the technical side, guys. You know, I look at both technicals and fundamentals. Let's talk a little bit about the fundamentals of Rose. So Rose is another layer one, like I mentioned before. It is focused on privacy as well. I know they recently announced $160 million. I mean, the money in crypto, and I think Brother Nakib said this. I don't know where on earth this money comes from. It's crazy, right? But these guys had a $160 million ecosystem fund, where they're hoping to expand their ecosystem. Now, AVAX also did this. I'm not saying it's going to be like AVAX, but this is often the start. On my screen, you guys can share here that they recently announced a partnership with Facebook as well. They're working with Meta AI on an application of, you know, whatever. I don't think much of Facebook or Meta. Actually, I refuse to call them Meta. But the point is some really, really bullish stuff, not financial advice. So this is one I'd add on my watch list. I would look for those price points, and I would make sure I don't buy it on a pump. Right now, whereas Polkadot, I think there is still some opportunity to be made. Rose is not one I'm buying now. I would have bought it when I put that tweet out, but just something to have a look at. All right, so moving on, guys. A couple of days ago, and I know a lot of you guys watch multiple videos. A couple of days ago, I did a video on Render token. I spoke about the fundamentals, and I did speak about some entry points, entry price points, if you felt like you missed it. So, guys, go back to that video. I'm not going to cover the same ground. I'm not going to repeat myself, but I do want to share some bullish news about Render token. So, Render token is a huge metaverse play. It is a protocol that leverages GPU power. We've spoken about it before, but they've recently raised $30 million from Solana and Alameda Research. So, the fundamentals backed with the technicals, bullish stuff as well. Now, moving on to the OG of layer ones, right? The OG Ethereum, what I call the queen of crypto. You can see here some interesting patterns playing out. So this is something I drew last week after our last episode. You can see here, I've got these three triangles, and they're called descending wedges, right? So you can see it happened back in June. We had this huge descending wedge and a breakout. Then we had this again in September, huge descending wedge and breakout. Now, generally, descending wedges are bullish. Generally, they break to the opposite direction that they're pointing. You can see here the latest descending wedge, another pattern. We had a little bit of a breakout and we are sitting perfectly. Again, the theme of today is 21-day moving average, sitting perfectly on that 21-day moving average. And it's very, very nice. Ethereum tends to do this. You know, Solana did this as well. AVAX did this as well when it just sat on that $100 mark, bird on a wire before it sort of launched. Guys, not financial advice. You guys know I'm a big ETH maxi, but one of the things I always sort of say when someone asks me about crypto and I know they don't have time and I know they're not going to do their research, and I say, guys, look, listen, not financial advice, but just buy spot ETH. Just buy spot ETH and just sit on it and hodl. You don't need to trade it. You know it's not going away anywhere. And if you don't believe me, you look at all the coins that have pumped recently. Like, why has AVAX eaten Solana's lunch? Why is Near Protocol doing well? Right? Why is Rose doing well? A lot of these have EVM compatibility. So for some reason, the ones that are compatible with Ethereum are pumping. What does that tell you about Ethereum? Right? Not financial advice. So stick with the OG. It's not a bad one to sort of look at. Again, guys, you know I'm big on fundamentals. I think it's as important. I've said this in the past. Investors look to see Ethereum news. They like to see that news. More scaling solutions. So recently, Aztec raised $17 million. They want to get in on that scaling action. People have realized it kind of almost doesn't matter when sharding will come out and the gas prices will drop. Like, the market's kind of given up. They're like, okay, this is not going to happen anytime soon. We don't really care. We're going to focus on layer twos, which is why Matic Polygon recently hit all-time highs as well, because people know this is not going away anywhere. And if, cool, that it might be the coin of the rich, the blockchain of the rich, so what? We can leverage off that as well. Another piece of update as well. Again, investors like seeing this stuff from Ethereum. Ethereum 2.0 testnet Kitsugi, I've probably butchered that, goes live in preparation for the merge. So they're laying these testnets out. They're laying these, tests out right now. The market is noticing this, and anything that is heading and moving us towards Ethereum 2.0 is very, very good news and long overdue in my opinion. Moving on, right, and this will probably be the last piece of news I want to talk about. Speaking of Ethereum, speaking of the founder of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin. Well, funnily enough, like, I never thought I would say this start of this year, Ahmed. When we first started doing MRHB, the DeFi crypto show, I never thought I'd be talking about a roadmap for Dogecoin. I never thought I'd be talking about the fact that Vitalik would be speaking with Doge and, developing a roadmap. And that's exactly what's actually happened right now. So Vitalik Buterin, obviously the co-founder of Ethereum, is in works to develop Doge staking. You guys can look into this a little bit yourself, but just the cliff notes of this story are they're looking actually at using Doge and Ethereum a lot more closer together. Is this because of big players like Elon Musk throwing their weight around? I don't know, but the point is now this so-called ghost chain now has a roadmap, has now got some bullish fundamentals. And to be honest with you guys, not financial advice. I'm just sharing my CoinGecko chart. You guys can look at the most recent data when you're watching this, but it hasn't done a lot. Last 24 hours, gone up 1.5%. Last 7 days, 12%. Last 30 days, down 6%. So like I said, like Ahmed said, sometimes it pays to look at the next move, because you'll notice once you start developing a watch list, there'll be a bunch of coins that just take their turn. They just pass the baton onto each other. And your job is not to get FOMO and focus on the ones that are already finished the race, but the ones who the baton is going to be passed to. Not financial advice. I'm personally not buying Doge. I don't have that much money to go around. I'm just focusing on what I'm focusing on, but just, something to look at. Your thoughts, Ahmed?
Maybe the rich 1,000 followers of yours on Twitter might have that money to throw into Doge or something. But yes, interesting, very interesting. I didn't know about this news until, as I've said before, I learned from you too. especially on this market
You can
updates.
tell like Ahmed doesn't read the. He just jumps in. Like he doesn't really like do the homework. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Obviously, he does his homework very very well. But the news moves so fast. Obviously, sometimes it's
Yeah.
jumping in before we do the episode.
Yeah, literally right before we do the episode, there'll be things that will be like huge, and we need to talk about them. But yes, so very interesting. I mean, Elon is pushing Doge quite a bit, but yeah, and then the other part that you said about making sure that you're not FOMOing into projects that are already starting to complete the race, and start looking at things that are going to be starting the race. So that's why I look into Marhaba DeFi.
Exactly.
um, but yes, yeah, no, phenomenal. It was a really good update.
So I think you've got a little bit of an announcement to make. What are you feeling, Ahmed? Shall I
Okay,
share my screen, or do you want to share your screen?
you can share your screen. I was going through the comments, and then I had to put it into a randomizer. And in the
Interesting.
randomizer, two names came up, but we need to select one. And so the names that have came up, I don't think I should say both names. I think I should just say one.
Just pick one name, because
I
then you're gonna have a problem.
Okay, Murid Shah. 7 days ago, he said, "Mashallah, I always learn." And yeah, this is randomized. It wasn't like anything that was pushed or liked or
I've
something.
got that on
So
my screen
obviously,
here.
because
Mashallah, I always learn.
yeah.
Yep, I can see that comment there.
So Murid, my friend, what you can do is actually you can either reach out to us. Our email is on the channel, right? I believe so. If not, what we'll do is we'll actually you
I don't
can
think it is.
reach
Yep.
out to. Okay, you can reach out to me. My information is in the description, I believe, right? So you can reach out to me. Just send me a DM or a message, and just send us your BEP20 address, where you can hold your Marhaba tokens. We will be sending you. I think we were agreeing upon 50 Marhaba tokens, and we'll send it to you as a form of thank you as being participant in our last video, and hopefully next video we can get up to 100, so we can give out one of these babies to one of you guys. So inshallah, guys, stay engaged, keep commenting in this video, talk about what you guys like, what's exciting, what's coming up. If there's any questions you guys have, feel free, put it in the comments. We will be more than happy to look into it, and inshallah, you are one of the winners of a Marhaba token. So exciting stuff. That kind of wraps it up from my side, and the winner. Any last comments from you, Moby, before we finish it off?
It's a long show, guys. Sorry for going over, but you can tell we're very excited. It's a big week. I'm also very sleep deprived, so I'm gonna go get some sleep. But guys, thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, guys. As always, like, share, comment, subscribe. Check us out on our other social media. Join us on our Telegram. Join these various chats that we have on Telegram for Marhaba. Some are official, some are unofficial. Um, so you can see what's going on, where the community sentiments are, and engage with us. As always, take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.